All right, we're back at the Ross Tarlton for the 10:15 a.m. draw. This is Mark Zakin on the microphone, and with me from time to time will be Craig Steffen. We're about to start the 10:15 a.m. draw. I'll give you the teams in a moment. Not sure why this looks like it's not streaming.
Go back to the
Where?
may want to stop it and restart it.
Bert says we are live, so Bert says.
Oops. That's a recording now. Know if I've got it.
All right, it's working on my iPad, so I think we're underway here. Let's just check the games. So over on sheet A, we have Ardsley. The Ardsley team is skipped by Jeff Broadhurst with Peter McEwen, Mike Infranco, and Heinz Gruder, with the fifth of Bill Langley. And Ardsley on sheet A is playing against the Oshawa Curling Club B. Oshawa sent two clubs here. But the B team is skipped by Dave Wetmore with the vice of Paul Moore, second of Gord Jepson, and the lead Claude Depew. Over on sheet B, we have a team from Rochester skipped by Doug Brugler with Randy Friedland at vice, Doug Cook at second, and Dave Hoffman at lead. And they are curling against a team from South Muskoka in Canada with the skip of Brian Huff, vice of John Francis, second of Earl Fagan, and the lead of Dave Forth. And over on sheet C, we have a team from Plainfield. Close to us in New Jersey, we play some friendlies against Plainfield. Skip is Ed Veltri. Vice is Aaron Duberly. The second is Paul Grabener. And the lead is Mark Hopp. And the Plainfield team is playing against a team from Donalda. The skip is Graham Bald. Vice is Steve Webster. The second is Mike Bate. And the lead is John Kitchen. So those are the lineups. Looking out at the ice, we see guards everywhere, but no stones in the house anywhere.
And with this tournament, the Canadian teams are always red, and the U.S. teams are yellow. And the Canadian teams are given the hammer, so for the tournament. So there's a.
All right, so those are the preliminaries, and let's turn to the action here. We have on sheet A a stone in the house, two stones in the house on sheet A, both in the 12, and Canada is going to look to draw behind those guards. Over on C, directly in front of us, we have a shot from the Americans trying to come down and split this port here and draw in, and this looks like it's going to wick.
They're past
no,
the
it's
guard,
by,
and it's going to
get
right
by
into
the
house.
second one, but I don't know how deep it's going to get. That's a great shot.
They're sweeping it, yeah. Good shot behind the red guards, the high red guards.
That's a great shot.
Came up a little bit short on sheet A. That Canadian shot kind of turned in. It's a center line guard, so that's okay, but they're already got 2 Yellowstones in, so Americans are going to try to capitalize on that, put one behind that guard, be counting 3. That's Ardsley. Actually, Ardsley McEwen. At the skip. Blended team.
All right, throwing
and Ardsley straw on sheet A is going to come into the house and be counting, but it will be vulnerable. Rochester's shot on B is coming into the house, is probably going to just be a biter. Oh, it's in the 12-foot. But it is again open, and they'll probably take it out.
So at the moment, we have an audience of 1. It's Britt Bisson. Britt.
Hey, Britt.
Hello. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
He's just checking up on us to make sure we showed up.
That could be. Britt is the head of our broadcasting committee, making sure that we don't say anything untoward. Over on sheet A, the team from Ardsley has 3 stones in the house already.
Yeah, the Canadian team shot down to the Yellowstone, came up short, called the freeze on it.
Oh, a little heavy run back on C, and that went through.
All right, here comes the takeout on sheet A.
What is he trying to take out? That stone at the top? That's a dangerous shot.
Yeah, because they could get a jam.
That was a very dangerous call. Oh, but it worked.
Beautiful. Right through the 2 Yellowstones, leaves them counting 4.
Nice when it works. That's a team that has confidence. If you're throwing that shot with that potential jam behind it.
Ardsley building up a good-looking house early here, trying to steal a bunch, but there's a lot of stones left. Came up a little bit short on sheet C. The team that's the Plainfield team. Still got one counting, and looks like it's biting the 8-foot behind cover.
The team from South Macoga on B is trying to tap this red stone up, and I like this shot right now.
Any idea where South Muskoka is?
I have
other
no
than
idea.
In Canada?
But they know how to curl up there. That was a very lovely tap into the house and produced a guard also, a corner guard.
Okay,
That's
so they
very
get
nice.
the kind of traded Yellowstones on A. The red hit the yellow into the other yellow, so yellow's still counting, I believe, 3. But the red is now set up nicely for a possible run back. So they're going to try to guard that run back. It looks like that's the call over on sheet A.
Interesting, because he hit it a minute ago, but now he's looking to guard it.
Sheet C looks like we got a takeout on its way. No, it's a draw. Got to get around the front guards and then draw it right in.
He's going to tap.
Too hot. Slowing down. Okay.
And that's pretty exposed to draw in with backing for Canada on sheet C.
It's a fairly tight port, but it's there.
Donalda. Don't know where that is either.
Got a rock chucker on sheet B. Actually picks the rock up and comes down back onto the ice.
This is a good throw. I like this. Team from
Donalda. Curling.
They're on it now.
Looks like a decent
that's
draw.
By the guard, I'm pretty
Maybe
sure.
a little bit hot, though. It's coming coming into the house with a little bit of energy.
Oh, no. Crash the guard.
End up in the back of the house on sheet B. Actually, they kicked it out, so it must have just slid out.
So opportunity knocking on sheet C for the team from Plainfield, who are sitting 2, and pretty sure he's going to want to come down through that port. Top 12, biting, perfect shot.
Yeah, I'd love to be counting, but not too deep.
Not deep at all, just a little biter, a little nibble.
Only expecting about 2 foot of curl. Shot's on its way.
It's pretty light. They're going to get on this right away. That's really light.
Sleepers are pounding it. A high guard actually does them good. So
that's light, and it's going to over curl and crash.
It's dying on them. This one's going to come up short and probably curl too much.
If he gets a little wick, it wouldn't be terrible.
Oh, yeah, a little bump. Okay, that's okay.
That's not terrible.
Plan B. It's doing its job, plugging the hole up.
Over on B, the team from Rochester looking to draw in behind those stones. That looks hot out of his hand. Sweepers are off.
Hoping to be counting.
It's going to need it now, though. It's going to need something.
That line is as fast as it was in the last draw.
No, it's going to need something. They're on it now.
It's actually hooking a little bit. I think it's got enough. Watching it slide into the house. Going to end up a little bit
very
in the
nice.
back.
Weight was really good.
Oh, decent shot, actually. Very much. It died. I believe they can see it, though. They're going to go try to get it.
All right, this Mr. Baldwin from the Donald Club with a lovely jacket.
Yeah, they can see 2/3 of it. Call is for the take.
He is going to try and put a stone in behind this guard.
Very busy house over on sheet A. Looks like a Canadian team is counting 1. This takeout on sheet B is way narrow. Definitely going to crash on the guard.
Sweepers are on it right away.
Just came up short.
Plenty of room past that guard, I think. Question about the weight.
Actually lost its handle and curled back the other way a little bit, and actually helps protect the Yellowstone.
This is going to barely get over the
probably
log
put
line.
Up another guard on it or draw one in. The broom is set for the draw.
Nope. So Plainfield still sitting 2. Over on sheet B, it appears that
the Yellowstone that's counting is partially guarded.
Team from Rochester,
so they're going to try to put another one in.
Over on sheet A, I don't know what happened, but Ardsley was sitting 3 for a while, and now the team from Canada is sitting.
They're sitting 1
shot. Although that wreck just opened up a little bit of a chance to get to the button. They
could only see about 10% of that counting red stone, but they may be able to do a heavy
Rochester
draw
trying to just put up a guard that shot rock, and I think they're going to get a little wick, and that's going to move a little bit to the center line, move a little off the center line.
Yeah, on sheet B. Yeah,
and that's a pretty decent guard. Over on,
it looks like the call on sheet A is a heavy draw down to the counting stone.
To put a third one in. Plainfield trying to get a biter, put a third one in. I don't think it's there. We'll take a look, but I don't think it's there.
Sheet B shots on its way, draw around the outside.
Very hard to say. That's biter bar stuff. But Canada's just going to try and hit it out. Maybe flop in if you can hit it on the inside.
Well, on sheet A, they're throwing takeout weight.
Where
like they may actually
Canada has sailed one through the house.
Yeah, they're going to hit the red one and try to roll in. Whoops.
Rochester still sits 1.
Nope, it's going to flash.
And over on A, it looks
the Canadians
like
have turned it around on sheet A.
Have an opportunity. with the
now
skip stone
have
to maybe
a
draw in
reasonable
for 2.
takeout to be sitting 3.
Graham Baldwin throwing big heat at this. Sweepers are on it. It looks like it's going to catch the inside, and it's going to roll. I don't think it's going to roll very much, though, but it is going to catch the inside.
Oh, but it rolled enough, didn't it?
It did roll in. It might be counting second. That was a very nice
Isn't
shot.
that the hammer? Yeah, it didn't make it in enough.
Look at that.
So, yeah, they're
That
looking
may even
close.
be a measure. What do you
Yeah,
think,
can't
fans
tell
at
from an
home?
overhead
It looks
camera.
like it's red to me from that view, but it's very close.
Yeah.
Maybe it's yellow. It's definitely a measure.
All right, find the stick. Go get the
Definitely
tool.
a measure. They're putting the brooms down and they're going to measure it.
Okay, over on sheet A, looks like they slightly overthrew it, but it's going to work. And it looks like 2 red right now. I think that might have been the hammer. Yep. So it's
2 red
actually
on
maybe
A.
3 red, 2 or 3 red. So good comeback for the Canadians. Looking at 4.
Ardsley looked like they had
on.
that end the whole way, but Oshawa Curling Club
Turn that
does
end
take
around.
2. And the measurement is underway
So
on
give the
C.
overhead shot on that measurement, Mark. Show far C. You got to move. Yeah, so you can see, people can see them using the tool to figure out which stone is farthest or closest. Has a little cantilever on it that hooked up to a micrometer dial. It bumps into the front of the stones closest to the pin. You can read literally to the micrometer. I have once seen a tie where neither of the people reading the dial could decide which was closer.
All right. They're making a mess of this measure. Oh, they got it going now.
Yeah.
Okay. Not particularly riveting. We'll move away from the measure.
That when they're done, they will move the counting stone in, usually, to show who scored.
We'll go back to action.
Okay.
It looks like it was yellow. Well, it was yellow for sure. It was yellow. Well, yellow is 1, so we don't know if it's 1 or 2
Yeah,
yellow.
we don't know whether they...
Yellow is about to throw. We don't know if it's
shot.
1 or 2 yellow till they put up
Or
the score.
second point possible.
But back in live action, we see Rochester, the South Muskoka Curling Club sitting 2 now. Lovely shot there. Rochester took 1 in the first, so Rochester's up 1-0 on B. Over on C, it doesn't look like there's any stones in the house. We're a little blocked here, but I can't see anything in there.
C. Threw it through the house.
Score still did not go up.
Here comes the takeout on sheet B. They're going to get the peel and take the front one out. Hang around.
Score still not up on C.
Okay, so on sheet A, the Canadians did get 3.
That's unbelievable because Ardsley was up, was sitting 3 at one point.
Ardsley had 4 stones in the house. They turned that around all in the back end. See if Ardsley can mount a comeback here. Drawing a drawing underneath their own corner guard. Got it in the house, but I don't think it's guarded.
That skip from Ardsley looks familiar. I think we've played against him in the Gobs. Have we not?
Sheet B's coming in a little bit hot. It's going to bump his own stone, may remove it, but he's going to also roll. He kind of splits it. That's okay. They're both a little bit behind the tee line, so that's unfortunate, but they're still in the house counting.
So wide open hit here for the Donalda team from Canada. And
So
he looks like he's right on this.
Nothing.
This is a nose hit for sure.
Oshawa on A. 1-0 for Rochester on B. They haven't put the score up yet on C, but I believe it's 2-0 for the yellow team.
So the measure on C was yellow.
Okay. Yep, there the score went up. 2-0.
So it was a nice hit and roll, but not
we got
enough.
a very slow field goal on sheet B. Slid in behind. Yeah, it's not sure who's counting there, actually. Well, I'm not sure why they weren't sweeping that. Decided to just leave it as backing. Down and sit on it. Takeout's on its way on sheet C. Sweepers are sweeping hard. There's too many curlers in the way. I can't tell if he's online. He is for the peel. And they missed the shot on sheet B.
Over on A, Ardsley, once again, the front end has set it up very well for the back end. They have two in the house, and a little wicky-wacky there
and he gets
from Canada.
Gets rid of one Yellowstone, leaves the red stone up front. But
that's frustrating when you see that happen.
They can spit that red out and leave their shooter and have the one on the 4-foot nicely guarded, though. Yep, that's what the call is.
Trying to split the house here on C, but that's running a little deep. Can he sweep it out? Work it.
20-year-old
he does get it out
there. So on B, they're going to try to bump the red and be counting at least one yellow. Have to go look at the. Bring up the overhead shot on B, near B. Let's see who's counting there.
Red is counting.
Red's counting. Okay. Okay, they got the nice takeout on A, except a little bit too much angle, so they lost their shooter. Takeout on C, clean, and roll into the center of the house. Done.
The curler on B has the old lift backswing delivery. Even on a draw, you don't see that very much.
So he's putting his foot across to the other hack?
What's that?
He's putting his foot across to the other.
No, he lifts the stone.
Yeah, he's a rock chucker.
Yeah.
Okay, that worked. The Red's counting too. Except they're both behind the tee. And now there's
it's not a good shot. It's not what he wanted to do, I don't think. Definitely did not want to come behind the tee line.
Yeah. Got a catcher's mitt waiting to receive their stone.
Yeah, it's a big pocket.
Continuing our takeout war on sheet C is good for.
He's going to get this stone, but I don't know if he's going to stay.
I think he's going to spill out left. Too much angle. All right, here we come down into the pocket. It's got to curl a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a little heavy, but it'll be fine.
I think it's going to work. That's the thing with all that backing. Bonk, right there.
Yeah, and I don't think that's what he wanted to do either. Definitely did not want to take out the backing there.
Yeah, that was a little bit heavy.
Yeah, sometimes when you're trying to get a stone down into the house, you think that overthrowing it is not a bad miss, but actually it is in this case because...
Yeah, because they could bump the yellow back and be counting free.
Yep. Don't even have to bump it back very much, and I wouldn't. I think you tap it back like 3-4 inches and stay there was the ideal shot.
Team Donata put up a nice corner guard. I think
and
they
this
wanted
is also
that in
heavy.
The house, but they could use that corner guard.
This is way heavy.
Going to bump their own red stone out.
That's not it. Oh, he got the
both of
also.
them, actually.
Yeah, that's not the shot.
It was just too heavy. They actually should have been sweeping that. They hit the red one on the nose.
It's just not a good shot.
Yeah, it was just too much weight. Comes up short on the draw under the guard on C.
Well, Ardsley's still sitting 2,
guards.
but we're getting to the back end, and the back end was deadly earlier for that team from Oshawa.
Let's find out where some of these places are, just because I'm
so
curious.
Greg Steffen is going to Google map us to the great
OSH,
the Great North.
HAWA.
And
Oshawa,
Ardsley
Ontario,
is
Canada.
looking to. Are they going to try and run this red out of the front?
Okay, so Oshawa looks like kind of is a little ways east of Toronto on Lake Ontario.
Ardsley with a lot of weight here could be on this red. Nope. Field goal? Yep. Through everything. I'm not exactly sure what the shot call there was.
Yeah, I think he just overcooked it. Okay, so we know where Oshawa is. Let's find out where South Muskoka is.
Where is Oshawa?
Just to the east of Toronto. Looks like about 20 miles or so. Not sure about the distance.
Over here on B, we have the team from Rochester, and they are trying to gently come down. Nobody's been gentle on this line.
Yeah, they got to
come
sweep
gently
it.
down to
Gotta
this
sweep
red
it hard.
through the port, and they were gentle, but not deep enough.
Too gentle.
And over here on C, we have the Plainfield team trying to draw behind this collection of guards on the right side of the sheet, and they're not going to get there. And over on A, this Oshawa team has an opportunity here to run this red back into the shot stone. And their skip has been deadly so far. Let's see if he makes another one.
So the South Muskokans are enjoying the beautiful warm weather down here in Connecticut. Muskoka's located quite a ways north of Toronto.
Oh.
All the way up.
And he also threw the field goal. So Ardsley's still sitting 2.
South Muskoka is close to the eastern piece of Lake Huron. Guessing, see here. Something on the order of 60 to 70 miles north. Could be wrong, I don't have a scale on this map. But quite a ways north of Toronto.
Over here on C, Graham Baldwin trying to draw in.
And coming up short. They might get a biter out of it. Yeah, they got the biter, but they're not going to be buried.
That's
Actually,
a good shot.
They swept it in.
They're excited.
Nicely. Sweeper's excited.
They're excited that he finally got one to the house. Not a great shot, but they're excited it's in the house.
The weight was decent, but a little bit wide, and so they ended up exposed for the takeout. Okay, on sheet B, lots of stones in the house, only one of them close to the middle in the 4-foot. Tallest to come down to it. So, draw down to the counting stone. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stones in the house. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 9 stones in the house. They're sweeping really hard. I think it's a little light. See how far they can drag it. This is
That's
the fast
not light.
line.
That's there. I think they're sweeping it for line.
Yep, I think they got it. You're right. Sweep to keep it there. So behind the guard. Slow down. This is
really nice shot.
A little early there. On the button. Surrounded. Covered the pin. Unfortunately, he wanted that to curl a little bit more because it does leave it exposed. I believe this is the hammer. So just got to bump it back and get 2.
Over on A, Ardsley did throw a third one in.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Ardsley has a chance to tie it up here. Maybe even take the lead. But their stone is, the double's there. Walk over there. Call the line on the release.
It's wide. They're not sweeping it very hard.
Oh, that's on sheet B.
On B,
yeah.
It looks like it's going to chip it, but not stay.
Bump.
Oh, it did stay.
2 reds.
Wow, great shot. Beautiful shot
Good
for
weight.
2. by Brian Huff of South Muskoka. Beautiful shot
on
for
sheet
two.
A.
And South Muskoka
Looks like
takes a
they're
2-1
lining up
lead.
for the heavy
Over on
light takeout or
A,
heavy draw bump back.
the skip from Oshawa, Dave Wetmore, is looking at 3. So he's going to try and cut Ardsley down, and he's throwing some big weight.
Got lots of weight. It's going to be moving some granite here. It's curling a little more than they
Oshawa
thought,
guys
so it's going to come
on
close.
A,
They may flip
really
the front
styling.
guard.
They're all wearing the same
They are
jacket.
on the guard.
Very impressive.
They're going to peel the front guard. Yellow. Great opportunity here.
But he wrecked. So Ardsley is sitting 3 with pretty much an open draw for 4.
Yeah. They can go either way. Got lots of. All they have to do is bite the 8-foot. I don't know if he. It's the hammer. Just put
open
it in.
Draw for 4 for Ardsley. All he has to do is come down to his stone on the button.
No. Uh-oh. I think he realizes that this is the hammer.
Fair amount of room. So out-turn draw to the button for 4 and to take a 4-3 lead. For the Ardsley skip, Jeff Broadhurst.
Yeah, he actually indicated a biting guard. Doesn't need to do that, but as long as they actually need to bring it into the 8-foot to get the point. Got 2 rock chuckers out here. Oops, he's a little wide. He's a little wide. Come back.
Nobody
this may still work.
And they're running next to it, so it's probably a little
he could
hot.
actually run his yellow in, or it could get a little tick off the red and run in. That would also work.
He's got a lot of backing. If he gets past this red guard, now they need to
Come on, get on it, guys.
Get
on it.
Too hard,
they came off.
Too wide. Jammed on the
hammer.
Red guard, but he does take 3. So it's a 3-3 ball game on
all tied up.
3-3 on sheet A. Oshawa versus Ardsley. Over on sheet B, we will skip now to the far end houses.
Mark, would you like something to drink?
Where action is underway in the third end, throwing away from the warm room. A drink? I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Over on sheet B, there are 2 South Muskoka stones in the house, and Rochester's going after them.
I'm good. Diet Coke.
And over on sheet C, it looks like the Donalda team has a stone in the back 12, and Plainfield's going to draw down to it. This looks like this could be a pretty good shot. It's a little hot, needs to curl. It's too hot, it's not moving. That's going to sail through. There was a, looks like a blank in the second end on sheet C, so it's still 2-0 Plainfield. And over on sheet B, I have not seen a score posted yet. Checking the stream, we see that we now have 4 people watching. Britt Bisson asks, when is the next time a Nutmeg team plays?
Real soon, Britt. Real soon.
So the answer to your question is at 12:30. Nutmeg will take the ice on sheet B against Galt. So Nutmeg plays again at 12:30.
I wonder why that stream is not showing there.
I don't know why it's not showing here either. It's showing fine on the internet though. All right, Britt has checked in, says the stream is going great. And we are back at the action here at the Ross Tarlton, seeing some excellent curling from some very skilled Canadian and American teams. And earlier this morning, we saw a tremendous comeback by Potomac to pull out a victory by 1 on the last shot of the game, taking 3. Certainly the most exciting game of the day. And we have some good action going on now. On sheet A, we've got Ardsley and team from Oshawa tied at 3-3 after 2. And on that game, Ardsley is sitting 1 in the back 8 and has just thrown one through, trying to get a second one in. On sheet B, we have the team from South Muskoka beating Rochester by a score of 2-1. And Rochester is sitting 2 with 2 stones in the top of the house, 1 in the 12, 1 in the 8. The 1 in the 8 looks to be pretty well protected.
Yeah.
And over on sheet C, we have another American team, Plainfield, winning by a score of 2-0. And Plainfield is sitting, a team from Donalda is sitting shot, but it's on the back 12. So Donalda, Graham Baldwin, Skip is calling for a tap back. And we're looking at a double here, potentially. Yes, moved both stones. Great shot. That was a magnificent take by South Muskoka. He got the 1 in the top 12 out and moved the 1 in the top 8, which was buried, away to the 12, and he's now buried and sitting shot. That was a fantastic throw by the player from South Muskoka. I'm going to say, based on what I'm looking at, the rocks, that was John Francis the Vice for South Muskoka. I hope I got that right, John. I hope you go back and look at that one later on YouTube. That was tremendous.
Ardsley just missed a takeout on sheet A. It just didn't curl enough for them, and they flashed.
And right back at it, the
now they're
team
taking that red stone out.
The
have
team
a chance of,
from Rochester
they just chipped it, though, and it may
sits
hang around
on that
stone.
That's a good shot, too, because he's got the loaded gun of the run back, and he's got a potential tap back, too, to get rid of that stone. It is lined up for a potential jam, though, on the stone in the 12. Over on C, I see 2 red stones in the house.
They're drawing around to put one in the 4-foot.
And potential draw to sit 3. You don't want to run that yellow back in, so they're sweeping
they
it
may
hard.
do that. It's curling quite a bit.
It doesn't have enough juice to do anything. It's not even going to get there.
Yeah, okay, they're going to come up, which actually I think is good for them. I think they may have curled enough to hit the yellow.
Yeah. Well, the hit's wide open.
Yep.
Hit and roll's a call on C.
Sheet B, they're just drawing in, but it's going to be, it's going to be counting, but wide open.
I think it lost its handle because it started to head the other way.
So wide draw on C, try to go around all those guards up front.
I don't think that's a draw. That's a hit.
Way back in the back, but that way he came out, you are correct. Looks like takeout weight.
It's a little wide.
Some, they're going to lose it. I don't think it's coming back. That's a common feature on sheet C out there. You get out a little wide and it doesn't come back.
He got it out, though.
But he got it. One of those things that makes curling interesting is that knowing your home ice can be an advantage.
Over on A, Ardsley once again with the first stone in shot. Ardsley's front end has been outplaying the Oshawa front end in this game so far. Ardsley sitting one in the back 8. And is looking to put another one in the top 4 buried. Over on C, Graham Baldwin looking to draw in now. That's a tough line to throw a draw. He was light. He's been light most of his shots today.
Yeah.
That one's not light. They're off it.
But it will die out here.
No, that's a good shot. I like that one.
Get around the guard. Sweep it in. Okay, it's still a little bit toasty. It's going to hang around in the back 8. But again, that out wide on sheet C on the left, it tends not to curl as much, so it left it open.
Yeah, we're down to the last rock for Plainfield here, and he's going to have to hit that. So Ed Veltri is going to try and throw a hit on that stone, and it may be curl behind. If he can hit and roll behind, he could sit shot. Last time we saw a throw down on that side, it was wide and hit and rolled out. So
they're giving us almost negative, just almost no broom at all. The broom is actually on the edge of the stone, expecting very little curl. Shot's on its way. Looked to be a little wide to me.
Line looks pretty good.
But I think he's going to come back just enough. Going to get the hit. Question is whether he gets the roll. And it's looking
good.
Better now.
He's got the inside of it.
It's actually snapping a little bit.
That's a nice shot.
There we go. Beautiful shot. Yep. In the back really 8, nice. But very, very nicely buried. Over on sheet A.
So once again, Ardsley on the front end on sheet A was way ahead throughout the end. And once again, when it gets to the back end, it's all Oshawa. So Oshawa sitting 1. And
over here and skip. Watch this shot on sheet
Jeff Broadhurst is going to have to draw down to see if he can be shot. And over on B, we have a hit coming in, but that hit is a little wide, and I see a jam. And there's the jam. So
Arsley's trying to draw in and be
the
counting.
Team from South Muskoka
got
sitting
backing. He just wants to bring it into the
without
top
hammer,
so
they're probably going to guard it up. There's, am I wrong on this? South Muskoka does not have hammer. There is 1 stone each left. So the skip, I think, for South Muskoka is going to try and put up a guard. Yep, and that's the call. He's looking for a 2 guard. More important is the line. It doesn't really matter so much where on the line it is. It just needs to be about 1.5 stones right of center.
Ardsley is way narrow and light on sheet A. He's not even going to make it in.
And over on C, it looks like that hit and roll amounted to a steal of 1, and Plainfield has a 3-0 lead after 3. We're going to stay on this end and see how the skip for South Muskoka, Brian Huff, does with his guard. Sweepers are on it vigorously.
It's going to over-curl, I
think. It's hugging that line, but I think it's going to curl too much. I think he's going to
go back towards the center line.
To the center line. And
on A,
and leave
looks like
shot stone exposed
a tight guard or maybe in the 8 foot to
and it's also
counter.
Deep. So not what he was looking for. He's left the double. You throw big weight at that and catch it just right of center.
And they set up a double.
They will both go, and Rochester will take 1. Not an easy shot, but a makeable shot.
So on sheet A, he's a little wide for the
slightly right draw. Tap dead center, as Mona Lisa Vito
come back
said.
A lot. They're trying to
Vinny.
go for the hit on their own stone. This is overcooked a little bit. It may flash. Yeah, it's going to flash.
So the skip
miss
for
there
South
for
Muskoka, Brian
Oshawa,
cleaning off his stone in the hack. Ardsley over on sheet A did not manage to come in, probably was too heavy, and so they're sitting 1 with a chance to take 2. The stone on sheet B is underway. Their sweepers are on it. It looks like it's curling a bit, and so that
on
top
sheet A,
one
Mark,
may not go.
On sheet A, it was
this could be a
Oshawa that actually missed.
The top one
And
didn't
now
go.
Ardsley's trying to draw in.
2, a steal of 2 for South Muskoka. That stone overcurled, and it's a steal of 2 for South Muskoka, and they are going to go up 4-1 on sheet B.
Yep, 4-1.
4-1 on sheet B. We don't have a far A camera, so we're not going to be able to see a close-up of the Ardsley skip Jeff Broadhurst's throw here with the hammer.
I think the sheet's
not with the hammer.
Speeding up on A.
It's his,
and they're throwing a little bit hot because this is going to go right through.
And he's thrown deep again. So
going to leave an open draw for 2.
Oshawa will have an opportunity to lay one in there and take 2.
Yeah. Take a 2-point lead.
The back end of Ardsley continues to struggle. So the skip for the Oshawa Curling Club has let this one go. He's got backing.
His sweepers
are
all
on
over it.
He just needs to get anywhere in the full 8
There's
to take
the curl.
2. And
it looks like it's going to do the job if it's not
this
over.
Looks a little hot.
It's coming in. It's slowing down.
But that's
I
money.
think they got it.
Right on the button.
They got it.
And they'll take 2. So Oshawa now up 5-3 against Ardsley on sheet A. Muskoka up 4-1 over Rochester on sheet B. And Plainfield up 3-0 over the Donalda Curling Club on sheet C. And now we're going to switch the cameras to the houses coming down to the warm room.
Just missed the
4.
chip on sheet C.
We're in end 4 of the Ross Tarlton here at the Nutmeg Curling Club. We hope you're enjoying the stream.
How many do we have?
All one of you out there.
Is it still Britt?
It could just still be Britt. All right.
Frankly, the real value of these tapes is often people to come back and watch their own game and check out the shots they made.
All right, Craig Steffen is trying to make me feel better for the time I'm spending here by telling me somebody is going to go into the deep recesses of this archive just to listen to me.
Beautiful shot on C. Dropped another red stone in the house. Going to be freezing there. It left it actually a chance for a double. They can throw a bomb and maybe actually get a triple here. I need Robert Kwan throwing this stone. One of our more accurate upweight curlers here. Upweight takeout curlers at Nutmeg. Of course, he can do a few other things fairly well. That is indeed the call, but he looks a little wide. Any solid contact.
This is going to flash on sheet C.
Yep, it came out wide. It
So
never broke.
Plainfield, with a 3-zip lead, has quickly allowed 3 stones from the Donalda Curling Club to pile up into the house, and Donalda is behind 2 Plainfield guards already and can put up a third guard and really jam it up. The other side will be completely open, though, for Plainfield, and I think if this guard winds up jamming up the right side of the house, Plainfield will have to switch to coming down the other side.
I think they're going to end up just piling another one in the house here. That's got a lot of weight.
I don't think that's what he wanted.
Yeah, it's going to come right down and bump it. It's still a bunch of stones in the house and hard to get rid of all of them.
You're not getting rid of
But it does leave up in the, a high-powered hit to remove a few.
I don't even think you necessarily want to make a high-powered hit. I think it would be better off it's more important to hit the inside. Hit the inside and you'll
And
cut
roll
them
over.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
The most important part of this shot is to hit the inside.
The problem is it doesn't curl much coming away from the wall here.
It's curling quite a
And
bit. And he's on his
definitely,
guards.
actually, he was narrow.
But he could run one of his
He's
guards
on the guard.
Come
He
up.
could get a nice
They need
run
to
back.
Come up.
He just tweaks the guards.
Well, that's taken away the draw on the other side. And
Yes.
Donalda's going to throw another one into
Oh,
this
yeah.
rock pile.
Let's just pile them in the house.
Over on sheet B, Rochester has 2 stones in the house. And what a shock, over on sheet A, Ardsley has 2 in the house already. The front end of Ardsley has just been killing the front end of Oshawa all game, but the back
Except
end,
the back end
of
is-
Oshawa has been killing the back end of Ardsley. And
we're going to have a 5th stone, red stone in the house here.
yep, Donalda has put a 5th stone in, and Plainfield is once again going to try and hit and roll off of this top stone. It's easier now because the guards have been moved.
Yeah.
So he could.
I think
he could
there'll be
get to it.
one less red stone after this shot.
He,
And again, he can do a little hit and roll and be
he just needs
good
to hit
shape.
and roll. That's
Oh,
the
he's
key.
narrow.
No, he's fine. They're not really sweeping it that hard.
Yeah, it's moving enough. He's on the guard.
He's not on the guard. He's past the guard. No, you're right. He's on the guard.
He's
now.
on the guard.
Yep. No, brother.
Oh, okay. Oh, there went the 8-inner.
All right.
Donalda's going to kind of protect their pile of red stones and put
I don't
the
think
tight
it's really
guard up.
protect. It's really just toss another one in
Yeah,
there
well, he
because.
called for the, like in the 12-foot.
No, I think he wants to go deeper than that.
Okay.
And he is going to go deeper than that.
Well, whether he wanted to or not, I think you're right. To come down into the 4 foot.
That's not going to
side.
do much. That's not going to get that far.
And we've got 8 foot.
Well, you got a new target. If you hit the outside of the one that just landed, you could roll over into the other pile. Wouldn't be bad to actually just skinny the one that just got in and then continue on through and hit the 2 behind.
Yeah, and use them for backing and kind of nestle into that cluster of red rocks.
I'm not sure what his plan is here. But I can tell you this, by where that broom is, his plan is to hit something. If he hits that broom, he has to hit something.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rochester sitting 2 pretty buried on sheet B, trying to throw in a third one with the hammer, down 4-1.
Rochester trying to mount a comeback
And,
here on sheet B.
This is going to hit something.
And
Not a huge
here
amount of
comes-
weight.
it's going to hit.
Go right
and
into
it's
the
gonna get
pocket.
it's going to peel off once it hits.
No.
Yeah. So he just
not a
removed
good-
one red
Not
stone.
a good shot.
Yeah, he needed at this point, he needs to kind of get one nestled in there. 'cause
Not
he
a
can't
good
get rid
shot
of
at
all.
all. Rochester did put a third one in.
Left it a little exposed. They are counting
It
3.
is a little exposed. It's a little deep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Takeout coming in on sheet A.
that back end of Oshawa about to go to work again.
Yeah.
And there they go. And once again, I look up, and
all of a sudden it's all red
Ardsley was
stones.
sitting 2, and it's
Yeah.
all red stones once again. It's been that way the whole game on sheet A.
I think that the Ardsley team should switch their front end or back end.
Yeah, maybe so. There's a mutiny on the front end.
Oh, the front end you learn that you're
Now, Craig has spent a lot of time on the front and the back end here
Yeah.
at Nutmeg. So he's seen quite a few different spots.
my
Last
favorite
night-
position is actually vice because you get to do everything.
Yeah,
And if you screw the game up, that's all right. You still blame the skip.
yep. Well, that wasn't a good
look.
shot.
Yeah, but there's Oh,
He
no,
still
the
has a
red's
chance to
counting
hit
three.
and roll in behind.
So they've given them an opportunity here on sheet C. That was definitely a miss. They needed that one out front.
See, they're once again looking at the hit, which I think is a mistake. I think the right throw at this point is to draw in gently down on top of that stone.
I would
He's going to
say
try
you
and hit and roll.
do a heavy draw, and you hit that front red. It splits the two reds and leaves your draw out in front of them with backing, and you're counting.
I like sitting right cornered to that. Maybe
you can
maybe
corner
on
freeze
top
on
of
it too. I mean but that has to be perfect.
I don't love the corner freeze because it could be wicked out for 5.
Yeah.
I do like sitting directly on top of that red stone. Dead
okay.
freeze.
Would it be counting? Oh, yes, it would be counting. So
dead freeze on top of that red stone. Here, let's take
give us the overhead view.
Let's take a look at the overhead on the near C. There's the near C
for this shot.
And I think sitting pretty much frozen to that stone on the back 4, the top one, is the shot. That's the right shot. Now, he looks like he's going to throw some weight at it, which I think is a mistake. I wouldn't throw much weight at it.
He's
it's
got
not
the
huge weight. That's pretty good weight.
Got to curl a little bit. Sheet B's got a good draw.
It's coming now.
Or a hit and roll on Sheet B on its way. We'll switch over there.
It's coming
this
now.
Is looking
I really
good.
like
if he
this
misses,
shot.
It's going to be close. He got it. Got through, got the tap. That's pretty much the shot I wanted.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's the shot. That's a good shot. I mean, it leaves the run back.
They crashed on the guard. Switch to the overhead far, it
leaves the run
either
back.
Near B or the warm room shot.
Near B, you want? Well, Rochester's piled up a truckload of rocks in the near.
And actually they had a shot at that, the open one on the 4 foot, but they missed. So Rochester can pile another one in there. Okay. So back on sheet C, they're going to try the run back on the red. It's certainly there. And they could easily be counting 4.
This is a big shot here.
Yeah, this is a big shot on sheet C.
Very big shot. And he's narrow. And they should be on it early. They're on it now, but he was narrow.
And
it's moving.
Trip on the hack there. He's going to get contact.
No,
this might work.
No. Oh, yes.
See?
He got enough. Get it. Wow.
Oh, my. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow.
Was that the hammer?
That was the hammer.
Yeah, that's why I did not like that hit and roll.
Yeah.
That's why I like the dead freeze.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Canadians come roaring back on sheet C.
It looks pretty when it happens, but you have to think about what happens next.
Yeah. Well, it rolled just a little more than he wanted to and left it vulnerable.
He needed to be dead frozen. All right, so that's a big end of 5.
So Rochester is counting 4. No, Rochester's counting 5 themselves. But there is a pretty easy shot in to count them down.
Okay, Craig, this is curling. There is no such thing as an easy shot.
Okay. There is a shot that the skip should make. How's that?
I don't know. First of all, you've got that guard in the top 12 you got to get by.
Yeah.
So
it is a little scary staring at 5.
I wouldn't mind trying to make the dead hit on the stone that's in the 4.
And just
you would probably just give up 1 there unless you got to the inside of it. But if you crash on the one on the outside on the 8,
and roll
you could still wick in.
Yeah.
So it's a weight shot. They're sweeping it hard. If he doesn't get past the guard, though, he's in big trouble. And it's going to be very close to that guard right now.
It's going to be very close. It's going to be very close. It's curling. And if it goes by with that weight, it's going to go right through, I think.
No, if it gets by, it's a winner.
It's by. Oh, a little early sweep there.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
A little early on the sweep there for the defensive skip, but by the rules, you're supposed to wait till after the stone is touched the center line before the opposing skip can sweep. So he's got a run back for 5.
I don't know if that's, he could have been sweeping his own rock to try and make sure that it wasn't backing on the red one. So I don't know. I didn't see what he was sweeping. But he could sweep his own rock at any time.
You're right. I'm not for sure. I thought it was this skip, but if you can sweep your own rock anytime it's in play.
He's got the run back now.
A huge shot on sheet B. A difficult run back, but it's just got to hit it on the nose.
A lot of weight.
And it's going to be moving something.
A lot of weight in there.
All about the angle here.
He likes it.
Oh, it's got a curl.
It's a little wide.
Curl. Bump.
Nope.
Bump. Oh, man. That big swing. 6-point swing there. He gets that shot. He gets 4. He ends up giving up 1. So a 6-point swing. That's a 5-point swing.
Very nice play from
4+1.
South Muskoka to take a...
take a commanding 5-1 lead.
So, scoreboard not looking very good for the Americans at the moment. We've got 5-3 on sheet A, Oshawa over Ardsley. They're still looking at the house on sheet A, but it looks like it's
trying to figure out some way for yellow to score. They got a run back. Well,
we'll
red and the yellow maybe.
We'll switch to the sheet A overhead. You can take a look at that. So the sheet A overhead
the run
is
back's
showing 2 red and not really a way in for shot.
The little tick off the red into the one on the button, which is an incredibly difficult shot.
I think his best play at this point is to just concede the 1 and get rid of that red. Maybe if he gets lucky, he can angle double. I would try that.
Well, this is the hammer, I believe.
Yeah. Although he could angle double and send that 1 from the button, jamming onto the 1 in the back 12 and give up 2. Got to be careful there.
And you can't get the red and the yellow run back, but you can't. It's hard to get enough angle on it.
Not much weight on this stone. Maybe he's trying to tap his yellow back. I think he's going to wind up giving up 2 here.
He's going to hit the red.
Doing a live
Boom,
broadcast.
boom.
Yep.
Oh, he bumped the red in.
Jerry,
Jerry, where are you from?
Oshawa.
Jerry from Oshawa. Are you from the other Oshawa team?
We're Oshawa A.
Yeah.
Is A better than B? Because this Oshawa B is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
All right. Jerry Giddings, the skip of the Oshawa Curling Club A team, tells me he's better than the Curling Club B team.
And the B team's pretty darn good.
And the B team is absolutely destroying Ardsley right now.
Yeah, the Canadians are showing that they are the kings of curling so far.
So Oshawa A is going to be out on the ice soon against, where do you play again? When do you play again?
They're with us. They're on sheet C.
I think it's Broomstones.
Over here at 12:30.
12:30.
Oshawa A.
Oshawa A against
Broomstones.
All right. Well, Broomstones tends to be among the better of our American teams, so you should be a little nervous.
They are a tough team. We played them a number of times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. I know Bob Chandler for quite a few years.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. It'll be a good game.
So we're anticipating a good game at 12:30 between Oshawa A and the Broomstone squad. Broomstones had a shellacking earlier this morning. The other Broomstones team shellacked Galt at the 8 a.m. draw. So Broomstones
Plainfield's trying to draw in the count 2 here
for the Americans here. So I was out in Las Vegas for the Men's Worlds in April. And I think your entire country
partially
was there.
buried. Oh, okay. Sheet C.
I'm going to borrow this just for a second. I'll
Go ahead.
make a copy.
Yep.
I volunteered at the Continental Cup when it was in Vegas.
Oh, did you?
And that was a great experience.
Yeah. Well, you have to go to every event then if you volunteer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't volunteering. My
So
wife would never
Donalda's
have let
trying
me
to
go to
take
every
out
event.
the Yellowstone
There
on
was
sheet
too much
C.
shopping
About
and
2/3 exposed.
and restaurants
they're
to go
sweeping
to.
hard, but it looks like they got it. Oh no, they're going to chip the guard. Okay, so Plainfield has life. Although the guard
So
they
Jerry, how
chipped
big is your
actually
club
ended
at
up
Oshawa?
We have an
counting
8-sheet.
number 2.
Wow. And it's near Toronto, is it?
What's that?
Yes. We're about 30 minutes from Toronto.
Yeah. Isn't there like a 10-sheet club in downtown
Yeah, it's,
Toronto or something like that? Am I wrong about that? The Toronto Curling Club?
Yeah, Oshawa was a little bit to the west.
There was a club in Toronto that's closed.
Oh, really?
The one with 10 sheets.
Oh, they closed
Yes,
it.
yes.
Interesting.
Okay, so they're trying to throw the
I've
guard
never
up here
gotten
on
up to
sheet
Canada
C.
to curl. I really want to do that.
Got to curl a bunch to be a good guard. It is curling. They are sweeping it.
Well,
Going
this
to come in
event
a
will
little bit
be in
hot and
Canada
get the
next
bump,
year.
which is good
Yep.
because that's still
Yep.
So
yeah, it leaves open
join
a
the
double.
team.
I think the Nutmeg team that's going to Canada is already subscribed.
Okay.
But at some point, maybe I will.
Sure.
I may just put together a team and go up to Canada for just
We had
a
to
regular
commit
spiel.
to going, to play here and go to Canada, and it was actually a draw for the team members. We had enough people interested from Nutmeg that, I was very fortunate to have made that draw. So we'll be on the ice at 12:30.
It's great
We'll
to
be
have
on
that
sheet B.
interest.
I'm looking forward to going back to Canada next year.
Okay. Good.
I like Toronto. I've been there twice.
Okay.
All right, so just recapping the action over on sheet A, the take care. The inferior Oshawa Curling Club B team is up 7-3 over Archley. The South Muskoka Curling Club is up 5-1 over Rochester and is sitting on the button shot, slightly buried with a jam. And Rochester's going to go at it. I'm not sure how they can hit this and not jam on that back yellow. You got to get to the inside or the face of it, and he's wide and heavy.
He's got a chance if it curls enough.
Sweepers are off. He's going to definitely jam here. And there it is. Not terrible, though.
Yeah.
Sitting shot. Has his own
little
jam
backing.
now set up, so that's not terrible.
Okay, so on sheet C,
And
Donalda has an open take, and if they make it, they will be sitting at least 2 if they hit and stick or roll a little bit, but they might be sitting 3. Overhead camera in the warm room, it's not clear. You can take a peek at it from the...
over on A, what a shock. Ardsley is sitting shot. Front end once again doing its job.
All right, so the takeout on C is on its way. He's definitely narrow. So they got to worry about this over curling. And it is, and it may hit the guard.
No, he's
It
clear
missed the
and
guard.
he's going to roll
He's gonna
out.
get the takeout, but then he's going to spill out. So he gets the peel.
Well, very nice hit on B by Muskoka as he hit and rolled behind the guard and now sitting 1 buried. And Rochester's going to have to draw down corner freeze to that and chase it. And over on A, Ardsley sitting shot, but it's back end time. Almost back end time. Ardsley's got one more opportunity to throw another one in before the Oshawa back end goes at them.
On C, got a guard going in. Actually, I think he's just trying to draw in underneath the guards. But judging from the
Rochester
weight,
throwing.
maybe he was intentionally throwing.
Rochester a little heavy, but sitting
it's gonna
shot
go
now
sliding.
on B.
It's going to be
and wide
counting
open.
when it's done, I think. Don't think it's going to go out. He's sweeping it hard. Oh, yeah, he swept just enough to leave 1 red counting, I think. It's close. Okay, sheet B, we obviously have a takeout on the way. Going to try to take out the back Yellowstone and be counting 2 reds. Sweepers are on the same side, sweeping hard. They're trying to induce a little curl. There it goes, past the guard on the yellow. Perfectly done. Counting 2 reds and nicely split. Nice split house. Okay. Here comes the Canadians on sheet C. They're just looking to draw in. Bury it behind the guards and in the 4-foot or biting the left edge of the button. Force playing field to make a perfect draw for their hammer. Shot's on its way. The sweepers are pounding on it early. They think it's light. Now they're up. I think they might have misread that one. It's now gliding nicely. And it's not going to curl them. Yeah, they panicked a little bit on that one, and it's going to go sliding out the back now once the playing field skip gets done with it. Okay, well, he moved it far enough that it's no longer it's not a counter. Okay, so playing field has an open draw for 1. Now, yeah, no, there's no way to double out the front 2 reds, not without risking a jam.
All right, so I stepped away for a moment, and now that I look back on A, I am shocked to see that Oshawa is sitting shot.
Whoa.
It's just been that way every end.
Every end.
And Oshawa's back end
front
is
end
just
sets up
obliterating
they clean them out.
Ardsley on the back end.
Okay, so open draw on C for 1.
Jerry, do you guys have cool jackets like your friends here from Oshawa?
We do. Yes, we do.
All right. So Jerry from the better Oshawa team is
oh, they came up short on the draw on C. I don't think they're going to... Oh, they're still sweeping. They might make it. It's going to be close. No. So
Rochester is sitting...
1 red.
Rochester is sitting shot, but South Muskogee is trying to draw down to it, and he's a little light. They're really sweeping it hard, but it's over curling, and it's going to be a miss. So Rochester's going to sit 1,
and without the hammer.
No, Rochester has the hammer. I think they have 2 stones.
Oh, there's a stone on the wrong sheet. Yeah. Okay.
It's Rochester's got 2 to throw.
So I think they throw one down and freeze on that red one. Come underneath the guard and freeze on the red, so they're
No, I think he's going. I think he's just going to try and
guarding their 1 point.
I think he's going to freeze to his 1.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's coming that way though. Come the other way. He's got better, more good things can happen coming the other way than the way that he's coming.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't really understand this call. I understand what he's trying to do. I don't understand why he's coming this way.
Oh, there's a red stone behind the counting yellow. Yeah, got it. That's why he wants to freeze on it.
Yeah, I like the freeze, but the problem is, first of all, if he's heavy, he's going to crash on his guard here. Secondly,
if he goes the other way and he's narrow, he could just put 1 in there and maybe
put 1 in, or he could guard his. There's a lot of good things, more good things I think can happen coming the other way than this way. But
and he's a little toasty.
It's
it's slowing down. It's okay.
Will it
curl enough?
I guess he knew the line, and that may be why he came that way, because that's going to be pretty good.
When you execute it perfectly,
it doesn't matter which way you go.
It's a good shot.
It doesn't matter which way you come.
Exactly.
It's exactly the right shot.
Yeah.
So, okay, hats off to him.
Yeah.
I still think I was right, but he executed it perfectly. All right, and
Rochester counting 2. Oh, are they counting 2? Give the overhead look on B.
Yeah, they're counting 2.
Far B. Looks like they are.
No, they're definitely counting 2.
Yeah.
So he's got to get to the inside of that to cut them down.
That's an interesting call. He's calling for the freeze too.
I don't know about that.
Now, if he throws it hard enough, he could hit and roll over a little bit. But I don't know if that doesn't do him any good because they're all jammed up. Got to
Well,
take
that's
out.
pretty hot. On B, that looked pretty hot to me
I
from
think we
release.
may have a field goal in the making here.
That's a nice double right here potentially. Oh, nice thought in front of us. We're not showing it right now, but we will in a moment after we see the
Well, it
conclusion.
curled enough, and he's going to get the bump and roll.
Oh wow, nice shot on
No
B.
bump, actually, just came. It's a corner freeze, but that could be picked out. But it's not a terrible shot. Needed to be a couple inches to the left.
I think it's going to be very hard to get that out.
Yes, and not move your own stones.
Well,
give us the overhead shot there. Move it over. Yeah. Oh, they could pick that out.
Could definitely pick it out.
Not that it's easy.
And the good news is the yellow will jam on the red. The second yellow will jam on the red behind.
Yeah.
But if it heads back that way, if the shooter hits this top yellow and the red and knocks that yellow back into the back yellow, and the back yellow goes into the red, then this biter on the 4 will count second.
It's a very delicate shot that could swing 2 points either way.
It's a shot for 3 if he makes it. Could be for 3.
He got to go for it.
Well, he has no choice.
I mean, you're down also.
Throwing big weight at
well,
it.
he's definitely going for the hit. Lots of weight on it.
And they're sweeping it.
It's got to stay on the left side of the stone. Oh, he's light.
Pretty close.
Oh, they're going to have to get the one. Oh, boy.
That's okay.
All right.
Takes one.
So,
all right.
Red one
yellow.
or yellow one?
One yellow.
I think it's one yellow. They
Definitely
escaped
one yellow.
there. Had a shot for 3, but curl too much. Hey, go. Well, we don't have. Yeah, get the. What's happening on A there?
Well, shockingly, Oshawa's sitting on the button. Buried.
Well, it's late in the end, so Oshawa's got to have one on.
Yeah, shockingly. And the Ardsley skip is once again staring down how to get Oshawa off the button.
That is the B team.
And that's the B. And we reminded Jerry on the Oshawa A team has reminded us once again that this is the Oshawa B team.
You're gonna get an angry email from the Ardsley front or from the skip.
It won't be the first angry email I've gotten off of my broadcasting. But nobody's listening to me right now, so that doesn't matter. All right. So Oshawa B is going to take one and open up a 8-3 lead.
Now we can switch to the warm room view. Yep.
So recapping the scores on A, it's Oshawa B, 8-3 against Ardsley. On B, it is Muskoka. I was right the first time. Up 5-2 against Rochester. And in the closest game, I guess, right in front of us on sheet C, coming at us, it is Donalda.
Who's now going to chip his own stone out, unfortunately.
No, not Donalda. Donalda's not hitting out their own stone. That was Craig. That was Plainfield hitting out their own stone, not Donalda. So Donalda is now sitting 2 with a 5-3 lead, and Donalda is going to try and put up a guard in the top 12.
Well, it was the Yellowstones, and they chipped themselves out.
They did indeed.
Yes, the vice in the house had that horrible feeling of knowing there's nothing I could do to save this shot.
Nothing can be done.
So Donaldus puts up a guard.
That's a very nice shot, and Plainfield's going to have to come the other way or run one of these guards.
They're going to go for the run back and try to double out. Run the guard back into the counter and get rid of them both.
If they can run it back into either of the counters, it'd be a good shot.
Yeah. Got a curl somewhere. He's just going to get the peel.
Yeah, he might
let
actually
that curl.
Oh, this is looking pretty good.
Now, the thing is, it might jam on the yellow.
No.
They got it. Okay, and they moved over, so that does open it up.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Not enough. Really needed to not stay.
Yeah. Donalda calls to put that red stone back.
Over on B, Rochester has 2 stones in the 4. And Muskoka has 1 stone in the 4.
1 stone in the 4-foot, which
and they're going after one of those stones.
I think they have a decent chance at the double here with a little curl.
They're
going to take their own stone out.
Like. Could be on their own.
Curled. Doink.
Not a good shot.
Yeah. Okay, so they came up short on their guard on C, so it left it open to come in and pick that one off the near the button.
I don't think you need to pick it off. I do think you need to get down to it.
Yeah, because it's behind a T line now. I can look at it and see.
It's got to move.
Freeze on it, or just bump it.
Got to move.
Oh, it's gonna chip it.
Nope.
There's the chip.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, little too heavy.
Yep. All right, Rochester needs to put up a guard here, or maybe take out this other stone and sit 3. They're trying to guard. That needs to move. Got to move, stone.
It's coming back. Gonna go for the freeze now. Oh. All right, let's see the triple. It is lined up for it, and there's enough room to get the angles. Oh. Chip on B in the stone. Trying to go out, but it's hung around on the side of the house. Should not really matter. Oh. Hit and roll on C. Actually, he probably should not have been sweeping that. He actually made it more vulnerable.
Donalda now sitting 3, but most of them are behind the T line, and there is certainly room to get in there. So he's going to try and throw the same shot through the port and to the back again.
He wants the rolls.
No, he
actually looks like he's just calling a draw.
Yeah, not sure why.
Yeah. I mean, if he does it perfectly and is biting the 4-foot behind the guards, he'd be counting. But why not use the backing?
Yeah, I think I like the backing better, but he is down.
Although if you do a perfect freeze on the backing, they just follow you down.
They're all hard shots. There's not much room there.
Oh, but they're all easy in here.
You never missed in here, did you?
Oh, yeah. War room shots,
That's right, yeah.
100%. The line call is perfect, and the weight call is...
So sitting behind us is the Ardsley skip from this morning's the Broomstone skip, Victor Leaf, absolute destruction.
So the heavy draw is way narrow, and he's going to crash on a high guard.
You guys didn't miss a shot this morning.
Yeah, we got some good luck.
Yeah, you had some good luck. The one American big victory today.
I can tell you we needed that. We, the United States. It's been pretty overwhelmingly the Canadians so far.
Not only our style to keep that aggressive on the stones, and then we looked at the other sheets and said,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty well. I know here at Nutmeg, we're quite a few stones behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching the sheets while we were playing just to get
Yeah.
a general tab on.
So, unless they're cleaning up over at Ardsley,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
which I would not assume.
I would not assume either.
All right, so he did try to draw behind and what, crashed on the guard?
He crashed on the guard.
That's why I didn't like that shot.
He was narrow and light.
I did not like that shot.
Okay, the puppy is voting with I'm bored. He's curled up in his carrier, sleeping.
All right, so Donalda's going to try and put another one in through that port and sit top
It looks
four.
like he's got it if he's heavy enough.
It's
They're
light.
sweeping hard, so I think it's
No,
light.
it's
He's going to
light.
end up with a guard.
Not
a terrible thing.
That's not bad at all.
I did not see the skip's call. That may have been the call for the guard.
Yeah, that's perfect. He's going to have to angle the yellow now.
Okay, do we
else.
have a comeback mounting on sheet B? We've got 2 yellows in the house right now.
So I'm looking up on sheet A, and the front end is throwing, and what a shock. Ardsley. Oh, no,
Oh,
there's
no, they're
actually
not.
a redstone in
but
there.
but they're about to remove the redstone and be
Yeah.
counting 2.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And there you go.
There we go.
And now I look up again,
The
and the
universe
front
is
end
in
of
balance.
Ardsley is up by sitting 2. Every end. Every end. The front end of Ardsley is sitting
Yeah.
2. And every time the end is over, they give up 4.
Okay, now, we could discuss whether or not they should have. Well, no, they've been having the hammer because they keep, yeah. So you're right. It's
Every end.
not like,
All right, so played field. He's going to have to angle raise this yellow. And it's a hard shot because you got to raise it about
what, a
6 feet.
10-foot
and you
angle
gotta hit it
raise?
on the
No
right
problem. It just has to have exactly the right weight and exactly the right line.
So this is going to have to move a bit.
They do have backing,
It's a little wide
but I think they're going to go for the hit and roll off the other red.
and heavy. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
option.
The hit
He's
and
not
roll
even
off
going to get to the inside
That's
of that.
not
red,
even
I
going to
don't-
make that.
No, he's got that.
That might even been
No.
the call, but it's
No.
just going to bump
Just-
the red out.
Just wide and heavy the whole way.
Yeah.
Oh, should
Yeah.
be still sweeping. That's the third stone.
Yeah. Did he get rid of that?
I don't know.
Just barely.
Yeah.
It's at
Was
least
it out?
2. It's at least 2 for Donalda.
Yeah.
So
Kind of fell asleep on that one.
we are struggling to find a competitive game here as the Canadians are
Yeah.
just destroying. We're going to ask Victor Lee to suit up and get back out on the ice as quickly as
Yeah.
possible.
Okay, we're going to have to use the entire scoreboard in our game at
'Cause,
12:30. We're going to have to go all the way out there to 16.
We now have 0 people watching. What a
Yeah.
shock. Whoever was
They've
last
all given
watching
up.
has given up the ghost.
Where's
It's not going
my
to shut me up, though. I'm
Where's
still
my
talking.
skip at 12:30? We're going to have to discuss how to score 16.
All right, nothing much to see here.
Move along, move along. Nothing to see.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
I'm sure they're getting their armies of friends to come watch.
By the way, if you guys want to watch, just go to YouTube and put in Nutmeg Curling Club.
So that was great. Yeah. Thank you for doing this.
Not that you would want to watch now, since you
Yeah.
can watch.
So Ardsley at the moment has 2 about to be evaporated stones.
There's
And
at least one of them is gone.
as
okay.
he moved one, he got rid of one and moved the other.
Yeah.
So these guys just don't miss on the Oshawa B team. So Rochester trying to mount a comeback on sheet B. We saw Potomac mount a comeback and take 3 to win in the 8 a.m. draw in the last end on the last shot. So it's curling. Anything can happen. And Rochester is sitting 4 with.
Oh, yes.
I
have a dog in my way for that 4 stone.
With 2 stones to play. The dog says to Craig, "Don't blame me. You can get up and move. I'm in this little cage and I can't do anything. So leave me the F alone." All right.
Well, he is actually watching now. For a while he was sleeping, but he's back in the game now. The shot's coming up rather light on C.
Well, maybe Nutmeg Nation will turn out in force for your 12:30 game, Craig, and I'll have at least 3 people watching the stream.
That's right. And cheer us on as we go for that 16-1 win.
So Muskoka trying to blast these stones, and the skip has his hands up, so he thinks it's offline.
Got a flash.
And this is not moving, and this is going to be through the house, and I don't even think it's going to catch the one on the back.
It might just chip it. Yeah, a little chip. It didn't make it out.
Well, he's got one in there, but Rochester is sitting 4. If he can get rid of that red one, he'd be sitting 5, but he's probably going to guard. And go top 4, leave that one alone, and save that for his last shot.
Yeah. Well,
so let's take a look at this exciting near B house.
Actually,
that nobody is looking at because nobody's watching.
South Muskoka has the hammer on B.
Yep.
Yellow does not have the hammer.
Yes, you're right. So he's going to have to ignore that red stone and put something up there to protect those 2 in the house.
Top 8 to make it, So you're out. You want to be out counting that back red. So I guess full 8.
Yeah. Full 8 just bisecting or to the right of the center line.
Yeah.
Would be perfect.
Take out on sheet C on its way. They need to sweep, I think. Gonna curl.
That's gonna flash.
Maybe he's actually he's just gonna come down to his own yellow stone is what he's throwing. He's come on, don't go out. Little toasty. Yeah.
So this big shot by Rochester now coming down. Sweepers are on it. It needs to curl. They need to come off that sweep, and they're off the sweep now. That needs to move.
Now, come on, bring it in.
That needs to come across the center line, which it is. Now you got to get it to the 8, boys.
Sweep.
Come on. Well, come on. Got to get it to the 8.
Yeah.
I guess they were afraid of dragging it too far. So very big shot for Muskoka now. He can draw into that pocket and actually take 1 after it looked like he could give up 4.
I'm betting Muskoka scores here.
It's a pretty good bet. The Canadian skips have not missed much on any sheet all day.
All right, calling for the hit and roll on C. It could be counting 2. Plainfield could be sitting 2 after this shot. Preston is choosing to go inside out. It can be a lot of curl on this line. Shot's on its way. Sweepers are on it to hold the curl. It's going to over curl.
This shot on B coming down is a little wide.
And it's going to flash.
And a little heavy.
Oh, you should have bet me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
That's a huge miss.
We got ourselves a game on sheet B.
Wow, we do. All right, we need all our viewers to come back.
Yeah, come on.
Come on back.
Send out an alert.
All right, I'm going to take a break for a second.
Going to get some lunch?
No.
I'm going to actually grab a little lunch. Be back in a couple minutes.
We might have had the youngest
Oh, cool. On the ice at the same time.
maybe.
Well, you're probably the youngest. You're probably the youngest.
Quite close, yeah.
There are some crafty older guys out there.
Oh, no, they're all great. They're all great.
Oh, man.
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I did not know when Sherman was.
Okay, we're back.
92, 94, something like that. I was like, if I can even make it that long.
All right, so we are back for the thrilling conclusion that nobody is watching of the 10. Oh, we got one person back watching. Thank you.
Who do we got?
We don't. I don't have any clue who it is. Is this supposed to tell me? Probably Brit. All right, so we have an exciting conclusion coming up on sheet B, where Rochester stole 2 when the skip for Muskoka flashed his last shot. Over on sheet C, I see a pile of stones in the house for Donalda, and the skip for Donalda is throwing one in. He's already got 4 in there, or 3 at least, counting. And
counting 3.
And when I look up at sheet A, what a shock! Ardsley has 3 stones in
the house, and it's early.
Every end.
Yeah.
Every end, Ardsley has had 2 or more stones in with the front end. We've played against those guys, that Ardsley team, in the Gobs, for sure. The Gobs is a match between Nutmeg and Ardsley called the Good Old Boys versus the Gas House. Ice House
Ice
gang?
House. Ice House gang.
And we're who?
I believe we're the Ice House gang.
That's what I think too. But in the more competitive match of Rochester versus Muskoka, Muskoka is sitting 1 in the back 12 and is looking to draw in on the right side, where there are many guards and a good path in. And over here on sheet C, the team from Plainfield is looking to just crash as many of these red stones in front as he can.
Throw a bomb at him. And it overcooked it on sheet B.
Yeah. So here comes the bomb on C, and it's moving quite a bit. He'll get the top one. That's not what he wanted.
Didn't really do much good.
No, that's not what he wanted.
Okay. Sheet A, Arsley's throwing a takeout. I'm sorry, take that back. He's just trying to split the house. Slightly overthrows it, but he does end up with 2 Arsley counting stones, both behind the tee line. Donalda just calling for the draw in. Wouldn't mind if this was like biting the 8-foot, guarding his back ones, but counting. He went a little wide. It's not going to come back enough.
Nope. And on sheet A, the assault on the Ardsley stones has begun.
Yeah. And they may have missed.
No. Haven't seen that guy miss all day. And he's not missing now.
Oh, they did? Well, they kind of half missed.
Actually,
They didn't get rid of
that
it.
is a bit of a miss because 3 stones are still sitting there if Ardsley can jam it up.
Ardsley showing signs of life in the 7th in.
The signs are pretty faint, but yes, I suppose.
They got a heartbeat.
They have a heartbeat.
Still good?
Okay, Plainfield could curl one in and bump the red and be counting here and well guarded if they could sneak it in there.
It looks pretty
Question is
good right
whether
now.
it'll curl enough for them.
It looks real good.
Looks very nice. The
Gotta
line
get on
is
it.
good
Oh,
still.
they were a little late. They missed it.
It may have been late on the sweep.
They were very late on the sweep and missed it.
Yep, you called it. You called it.
Late on the sweep.
Now they are sitting number 2, and they did open it up a little bit. So, oh, that was the hammer. So I didn't realize that was the hammer.
He's very late on the sweep. All right, nice shot by Muskoka. They are sitting 2, and they one of them is in the top 8, but it's pretty open, and that should be able to be hit.
So Arsley put another one in.
Oh, but it's
going after him on the
Muskoka's.
outside, try to get rid of those back 2 yellows.
No,
And they got like snake bit by the wall magnet, I think. The wall magnet's not going to let them come back enough. No, it is, but it's dying.
So Muskoka is just looking to guard that stone in the top 8. And this is over curling a little bit. And they brought it a little deep. But they can still get to that shot. Not sure you can hit it and stay. They may look to run the one in the front first. Very nice shot. That looks like that could be a double. Need to sweep that second stone real hard. But that was a tremendous shot by Rochester. One of the best I've seen all day. To double those, get them both moving, get the shot rock out, get the one on the top moving to the back 12. And Muskoka's just now going to try and come around into the button again.
Like before, you turn outside, they weren't. That's why it took me a good end and a half to realize.
So the sweepers are on it hard. I like the weight here. They're off it now.
Yeah, the weight looks...
Line is really good. Oh, looks a little heavy.
Curl.
Why were they sweeping it so hard? And they're just going to sweep it back now. That was a real mistake in judging weight by the sweepers for Muskoka because They were on that stone pretty hard, and it went all the way through. So opportunity knocking for Rochester.
Going to leave them counting too. Doink. Yeah, so Rochester's happy. Skip is trotting down the ice. He's itching for this shot.
So the Rochester skip, Doug Brugler, with a big opportunity here. His team stole 2 in the 6th, and they have a big opportunity here to score. Time is getting pretty close here in this end. They got 6 minutes to get the first rock of the next end going.
Now, the thing is, right now,
Brugler looks a little hot on this throw.
3.
His sweepers are standing next to it and
they got to
walking
get this
next
in
to
here.
it, and that looks like
they're
that's going to
wide.
be down on the red in the back,
Starting
or maybe
curl,
flash
but I don't
completely.
think it's going to curl
That's
enough.
super
They may sit
hot.
on the
Look
back
at
one
it.
and be counting.
And it could
But
flash
this is a little
entirely.
bit too hot.
Oh,
It's
not
a
a
little
good.
wide. It's
That
gonna
was
go right
not
through.
a good moment for Doug Brugler
missed shot there.
As he threw wide and hot, and that gives Muskoka an opportunity to put up a guard or maybe draw another one in to the top 12. No deeper than full 12, I think, counting 3, and that'll really put the pressure on Rochester.
Ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
All right, Joel.
Over on A, it looks like Ardsley has still managed to have at least 2 in the house, counting. Hard to tell.
Right
We
now,
don't have an
Ardsley's
over
only
camera on
counting
sheet
1
A,
on
so
A.
Can't tell if it's more
I
than
believe.
2.
It's possible
And
it's
over
2.
on C, Graham Baldwin looking to put up a guard, protect his shot rock in the back 4. Not showing you that because that one's coming toward the warm room. The sheet C game is way ahead of the other 2 games.
Why isn't he trying to chip that red one out?
So Muskoka looking to put up the guard, and this looks like this is also running a little heavy. Everybody throwing too heavy on that line, and this one's going to run through to the back.
I mean, because you got such a big
that
deficit,
was supposed to be a guard,
and
it went all the way through the house.
What's to
Obviously
lose?
very quick on that line. And Doug Brugler's had a throw down that line already.
He's going to have to get a
hopefully
promote
he
on
knows
this.
now
Sweeping the
what the weight is
out of
and
it.
can throw the right weight down the line.
I don't think he put enough on it to get a
very
bump.
tight broom being given to Doug Brugler here on this shot. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it was just a mistake. He just came up light.
That does not look like enough broom unless he's planning on throwing the tap now. Maybe he's afraid of the draw.
So an open draw for
he's
1
figuring if
on
he's,
sheet A.
Light on the draw, he'll tap that up. I don't know what he's thinking on that broom is. That's really heavy for a draw, so he must be playing the tap. Or maybe the hit on the stone in the back. Sweepers are on it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're wireless.
Coming in for the tap. That looks a little heavy. But it could go to the one on the
yes,
nice
on all the different.
I guess he was playing the tap.
Straight
the whole
down
way.
cameras on each of the houses except for the far A. The cameras
really
got
good
problem.
shot.
And then
now
cameras angled at each 3 sheets
Muskoka's
coming each
skip.
direction.
Brian Huff. He's going to try and chip
some
this
of these
out,
are,
and if he does, they'll take 2.
Yeah, the dome cameras are pointing back this way. Yeah.
Not a lot of room to get past that guard, so you have to throw down weight. And it's not that
actually
down.
the ones in the middle are the far
It's going to move quite a
and
bit.
I think the
on
dome
that weight.
cameras are like
Sweepers are
security.
off.
Oh, he did. So 1
it's
yellow.
Slowing down. So I don't think he's got a
Those
hit.
2.
Maybe
Yeah,
he's
so a
trying to
little
get
bit
to
of a
the
comeback
inside
on
of it.
sheet A.
It's coming down.
They're laughing on the other side. It's like the front end of
move
sheet
a
A.
little
The
bit
yellow
more,
team, they're
and it's
always
gonna be
constantly
wide.
putting stones in the house, and
It's
they're
going
all
to be
gone.
very wide. So Rochester steals 1.
Oh, YouTube and put in
And it's a
Nutmeg
tie ball
Curling
game.
Club. And then you'll see it.
5-5 at the end of
Yes, there is.
7 for
Nutmeg
Rochester. Nice comeback.
and
Rochester
sweep
was
1, 2,
down
3.
5-2 after 5. And Rochester has gone actually down 5-1 after 4. And Rochester has taken 1, stolen 2, and stolen 1 to tie this game.
I think they stole 2, Mark.
Let's go down to the clock is at 2, so there is enough time to start another end.
Yes.
So they're just going to get this last end underway in this tie game.
See if I'm still right.
And meanwhile,
I think that's
in the other 2 games, Ardsley did manage to put up a 2 spot, and so it's Oshawa 8, Ardsley 6. So that game has gotten a little more competitive. Ardsley was down 8-3, but took 1 and stole 2 to get 3 to move into 8-6 and into contention here.
That's right. They're crawling back into contention.
And then on sheet C in front of us, Donalda up 8-3, and Donalda sitting. I don't know.
Okay, so it looks like the 12:30 draw is going to be pushed back a little bit.
Sitting shot.
No surprise, it happens. They did, Joel. The teams are on a clock. They have to complete, I don't know exactly what the timing is for this, but to be in the 7th inning after a certain amount of time to be able to continue into the 8th.
So the timing rule is that a stone must be thrown before the clock goes to 0. You get to finish the end you're in when the clock goes to 0. So on both A and B, a first stone of the 8th end was thrown with the clock at 2 and 1. So they both met the time. The clock is off, and all sheets can play the last end. And we are up to 2.
Woohoo.
2 people
Nielsen's
watching the riveting finish now of the Ross Tarlton this morning's second draw, the 10-15 draw. We have Ardsley versus Oshawa B on sheet A, with Oshawa B up 8-6, and we have a dead tie at 5 between Rochester and Muskoka on sheet B. And on sheet C, it looks like the Donalda Curling Club is going to go to a victory over Plainfield.
Yeah, right now, and Donalda's counting 1 very close, 3 stones, or 2 stones biting a button and 1 stone in the back of the 4-foot.
It looks like this Muskoka shot here is hot. Maybe he's trying to throw it through at this juncture.
Yeah. Try to sweep it out, and they're not going to make it. They run in the back of the house.
Rochester really needs some protection here. Maybe trying to come in, but I'm not sure I'd come in just yet. I think I'd probably, especially with that guard being as high up as it is, I would probably throw another guard.
I don't know if this means anything, but now on sheet A, we got red stones in the house and no yellow stones.
Well, so they have been frittering away their big lead, so I think that Rochester would be well served by a guard here. It's coming in a little deep.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Nice shot on C. And leaves them sitting 3.
Moved a lot of stones there.
Team Plainfield with a good shot, chipped the red out, and left the 3 yellow stones counting. Let's see. Well, they only need 5 to get the tie. So,
well, but it is a point spiel. So
yeah, that's right. So it doesn't really just the comeback is good for us. Good for the U.S.
Making curling great again here.
Got a takeout coming out on sheet B, but he's gonna just miss. A little flash. Good save of the hacks
time to jam it up now for Rochester.
Yeah.
Time to throw a guard and jam that up. Go play defense and protect that stone.
Oshawa putting the guard up on sheet A. Or actually, it's going to be a draw. It's going to come right in out, so that's fine with a 2-point lead. Going to put another one in. Makes more sense. Rochester throwing another one. They wanted to probably wanted that a little higher. Unfortunately, that's going to be
it's a little deep,
close enough to leave a chance of a double. We're on sheet A. Donata trying to draw one in, but looks like it's
that's a crash there for Donalda.
Oh, it bumped on the guard. Yep.
So it looks like
wow,
Plainfield has an open draw for 4 and could get greedy and try and hit that red stone.
They could score 5
and take 5.
Yes.
So this is exciting.
Yes, they have a shot for 5 to tie it up. Not an easy shot for 5, but
Can I see?
I don't think you can see any of it.
I do love the Donalda shot, the jackets.
I think that's a better choice. That's the yellow. I think it's the only.
He's got to do the promote to get it. They're just. Oh.
What?
No, the warm room is not happy with this call on sheet C. The warm room is very unhappy with this call on sheet C.
As often happens, the warm room is expressing their opinion on the shot under discussion. Okay, they're going back to the run back. Good.
Hold on, I've had the wrong view up here for a while. My apologies, but if you look at sheet C in particular, if you look at sheet C, Plainfield is sitting 3, and if they could get out that red and stay, they could take 5 and tie the game.
They're going to try to run back.
Instead decided to just draw for 4. It's a point steal and take the 4.
He's going to take the safe draw for 4.
But the warm room vigorously objects to this throw.
It is, because the other shot's pretty hard.
So that's what it looks like. And over on sheet B,
counting 2 now.
Muskoka just threw a big hit on 3 stones that were sitting there for Rochester and hit one of them out. And so Rochester's still counting 2. Over on C, Plainfield sweeping, and it looks like they're right there. Right on the button to lose by 1. This is a bittersweet draw.
Oops, a little heavy, but it'll stop. Oh, will it stop? Oh, yeah, it did. Just barely.
So that's for 4. So Plainfield loses to Donalda by a score of 8-7. Very good effort. It's got to be a bittersweet draw there to score 4.
And on B, they're trying to put up the guard, but it overcurled a little bit, so it left it open.
So that's what it looks like on B. A wide open hit for Muskoka.
Yeah. But Rochester, let's see. Well, no, they've got the. Yeah. Rochester does not have the hammer, so.
They're sweeping this hard. Need to get by the guard.
Gotta be close to the guard, but I think they're by it.
Yeah, they're by the guard.
Yep.
Oh, might get a nice hit inside roll.
And a jam.
Oh, jeez. They came off the sweep.
Hey, Rochester, put that guard up.
Rochester, my kingdom for a guard.
Yeah. Shields up.
My kingdom for a guard for Rochester. And over on A, there's a lot of granite in the center for the Oshawa B team. They've got 3 in there. So they're going to win that game easily.
Some of the rules, have you heard all the rules over and over again? No. There will be score sheets at the end of each sheet. Please make sure you fill those out. Any other questions? So the clock, we're going to play 1 hour.
So this one's running again deep for Rochester, and it looks like it may wind up right on top of the one that's in there.
Pile into the pile. It's going to bump it just a little bit.
Yeah. That's not what he wanted.
Yeah.
Lunch will be served. Lunch is $10 each. They'll give you a plate and you give her $10. Have the lunch.
All right, so we're looking for big weight from the Muskoka skip, Brian Huff. His next to last shot in this game. And he's got 2 sweepers. They're both on the same side and with the curl of this stone, but neither of them are sweeping. So it looks like it's out a little bit. They're sweeping it a little now, but it's out a little bit. And he has hit the back one and rolled out.
Got another chance to put that guard up.
One more time. One more time for Rochester. Oshawa B has 3 stones in and pretty covered.
That's looking pretty serious over there.
Yeah.
This is their last shot. Geez, do they have anything a run back? But how do they end up counting?
You can throw the triple.
So, give us the overhead shot on sheet A there, Mark.
That's the overhead on A.
I
counting
don't
3.
see any way they get one in there.
Nope. Run back that yellow, but that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Can't you just click the top one?
Well, but it's they've only got 1 stone left and they're down 2.
They take those 3 out.
So that's what it looks like for Rochester with this guard coming in, and this is a better effort.
Oh, they're sweeping this.
They need to because it's got to move more.
Yeah. There it comes.
It's not going to be deep. That's a really nice shot.
That's what they wanted. How many shots did it take?
That took a while. Sometimes it takes a while. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on Brian Huff.
Oh, this is such an easy game in the warm room.
He has to come through that port. He's got to miss the guard at the top. He's got to gently push that yellow stone off the button, and he's got to stay and sit shot. That's the only opportunity he has. There's no run backs.
Yeah, that was a pretty well-placed guard.
The only shot he has is through the port and to just nick that yellow and stay. I don't think he's.
That's all that's there. Well, if there's a lot of curl, they could come around the other side, but it's. I don't think it's there.
The only shot he has.
Okay, and it's over on sheet A. Hit the front guard and stuff rattles
so they take
around.
3.
They got 3.
So the final is 11-6.
11-6.
11-6.
Oh, he's got a shot left, so it may be 12-6.
Oh, he's still got one more. So it looks like Rochester is going to pull off the victory here, barring a spectacular shot. And I don't even know what he's talking about here. This throw that they're looking at cannot possibly be shot stone.
He's just counting them down.
Oh, I see.
He wants to make sure he's number 2.
I see. He's going to concede the game
and get a counter in there.
And cut him down from the 2.
Yep.
All right.
He's playing the point spiel smart.
That's what Plainfield did on sheet C, and that's what Muskoka is doing on sheet B. I think I am quickly becoming not a fan of this point spiel competition. This is not curling to me.
All right, the last stone is coming in on sheet A, looking to get 4. And actually, he bumped his own stone, but he jams on the back one. Yeah, I think it's 3. I think. And there's a little bump. Oh, and it actually a little too much angle, and he gave up the 2.
All right, so Rochester comes back to win 7-5. And did they get a 4th stone? They're still looking over
it's
there.
close. It's close. It'd be ironic if we had a measure on this last point.
A house.
Yeah, they're moving stones out of the way. And I think they're going to pull out the stick.
That looks like yellow. Both of those yellow are out counting that red.
I think I'll be ready. Give me another 3 hours.
Okay, they don't know where the measurement tool is. Now they do. They're heading the right way. Ice crew is on the ice, getting ready.
I think the top yellow is out
counting the red. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, Mark.
What's that?
I'm going to sign off.
All right, Craig. Good curling. Are you playing now?
Yes, I am.
Good curling to you. Good luck. I'm going to stick out this measurement.
Okay.
And then reboot for your game.
Thank you. I'm going to sneak by you and hang the microphone just to charge it up a little bit. I don't know if anybody's joining you or not.
We are Nutmeg Curling.
Oh, just Nutmeg Curling?
Yes, Nutmeg Curling Club, and you should find it. I hope you're not on the teams that I ripped into.
No, not yet. Trustees.
So I don't know what the final measurement was on that stone, but we are going to sign off from the 10-15 game. We had some very good curling, and we'll be back for the 12:30 draw.
It's supposed to be 12:30. Looks like it's going to be 12:50.
We'll be back for the 12:30 draw, which is a bit delayed. They're doing the ice now. All right, this is Mark Zakin, and I was with Craig Steffen, and we are signing.